What is up, guys? Stark here. In today's video, I'm going to talk a little bit about the new event that just came out recently, and that is going to be the second part of the GudaGuda event. And this is going to be the event where you can get Cha-Cha. So, it's not going to be a terribly in-depth video. It probably won't be that long. But I do want to talk a little bit about it since it is out, and I really do wish I made this video yesterday, but, you know, I was a little busy. Anyway, so this event is broken up into two different factions, I guess. You have your red side and your blue side, and the game basically wants you to pick a side and fight on that side and get points for that side. As you can see in the top bar here, you have the blue side is getting beaten by the red side. So when you do one of these quests, either on the red or the blue, you get points, and it goes towards the grand total of the amount of points everyone is doing. And really, that doesn't matter a whole lot. You can still do both sides. You could, as you can see here, I've done all the quests. You can complete the red side and do the blue side. It really doesn't matter. You're not locked in to one color, so if you pick the red side, you don't have to only do the red side. And that's really important because you have to actually farm both sides. If you go ahead and take a look at your rewards here, we'll scroll up a little bit. Like, you have different milestones you can reach points wise, and that'll give you different rewards. Like the craft essences are here, but you also need to do both sides in order to get the items for Cha-Cha. So on the red side, you have I believe this one is the ascension material, so you need to get these to, you know, fully ascend Cha-Cha all the way. So you'll get it at 150,000, 250,000, 400,000, I believe. 400, and then I think the last one's at 600,000. So if you are not going very serious on this event and you just want to get enough, you will have to get 600,000 points on each side minimum, because on the blue side it's the same thing, except for this side you get the items to actually purchase Cha-Cha in the event shop, which is going to be the fan right here. So if you go over to your event tab, you notice that you can't actually buy Cha-Cha right now, but you'll be able to do that once you complete all the main quests. And if you're active on the event, just, you know, stay on top of it. You'll be able to complete that no problem, and then hopefully by that time you will have enough points to buy all the copies of Cha-Cha for her Noble Phantasm level 5 with the fans in the shop. But another thing you want to really pay attention to is the event craft essences for the shop. Typically these are the ones you want to get first, and this event is no exception. You do want to get the Fortress of the Sun as quickly as possible. There are a few other ones, but I've already purchased them. And this one is going to be your basically your best craft essence in the event, because it will increase the amount of points you get when completing a mission. And if you've done one of the fights so far, you'll notice you don't get a whole lot of points. I've basically been grinding this event on and off all day yesterday, and I really don't have that many points. I've just hit 100,000 points, and I haven't really used any of the event craft essences yet. They're still in my bail box, because I'm just trying to get enough points to get them all, and then I'll throw them all onto my team. Now that might not be the ideal way of doing it, but that is the way I'm currently going about doing it, and I'm pretty close. I only need a couple more items for completion, and then I'll strap them all on. I am using one in my team just to get a few bonuses. Like, this is the team setup I'm currently using. Probably not the most ideal setup, but it is what's working for me, and I do have at least one copy of each of the craft essences on my team, so I do get the bonuses there. I'm not using the other event craft essence, the one that increases your total attack power in the fights. This one is not really that useful. You can complete you complete the quests on your own without really using this. This will just speed it up a little bit. So at most, I would only recommend using like 1 or 2 at most. You primarily want to focus on using the ones that boost your points overall, because if you're farming for, like, if you want to complete the shop, these quests that are out right now aren't really the best options to farm for. There's 3 different battles that you can do in this event. So right now this one has 5 hours left, and when this one ends, the second fight will start, and then after that we'll get a third fight. And your primary goal during that is to just get as many points as possible, if not the full 1 million on each side. And then after that, there will be epilogue quests and a few other quests and like challenge quests and things like that. And I'll cover those as they come out. But the epilogue quests are the ones you want to use to farm to get the shop items. So don't worry too much about getting the event material right now. You just want to focus on getting your points. So that's why I'm doing my team setup the way I am. And I'm just going to go ahead and run through one of the quests just to kind of show you guys what's going on. There are certain servants that do have point boosts in the event, and obviously like those are going to be the new ones for the maximum bonuses. So for 100% bonuses, you're going to have Nobunaga and Hijikata, as well as Okida and Cha-Cha. So obviously no one has Cha-Cha yet, so we really can't use her for this damage bonus. But if you do have a friend, Hijikata, he's really effective against this event, and Nobunaga is very good against the saber portion of this event. So that's why I'm using this team. You do also have 80% point boosters or attack boosters with Nikola Tesla, Emiya, Thomas Edison, Mysterious Heroine X, and Mysterious Heroine X Alter. And then for your 50% bonus, which is going to be like your lowest tier, is going to be Ku Cullen, Edward Teach, Medusa, Helena, and Medea. So, you know, it is a little balanced. You know, you do have a couple of free-to-play servants and a couple of, you know, rare recruit banner units. But yeah, overall, it's not too bad, even without the maximum point boosters. If you can just take a friend like Okida or Hijikata or Mysterious Heroine X, you should be pretty good, especially with this part of the event. And you can also farm these events for items as well. So for the one I'm doing, you have the opportunity of getting Black Beast Grease as a drop, as well as the Hero Knights medal. So, you know, you're definitely going to get a lot of those if you farm out this event. And then for the other one, the blue side, you're going to be able to get Eternal Gears and Primordial Lenugos. So if you need any of those items, then you definitely want to spend, I mean, the event's almost over for this part, but for the last 5 hours as of recording this video, you definitely want to farm those if you need any of those items. And they do have really good drop rates as well. So definitely take advantage of that and make sure you get as many as you need. And then the next part, there will be other items that you can drop as well. So for part 2 and part 3, there's going to be different rewards you can get for the drops. So yeah, I'm just gonna finish up fighting this boss here. This guy, this assassin guy, really is the most annoying part in this fight. You just want to try and get your Noble Phantasms ready for the final fight. But really, this battle isn't that difficult as long as you're just paying attention and not letting your characters get killed. You should have no issues whatsoever in this fight. So I'm just gonna mute myself a little bit here and finish off this fight. Again, like I said, this wasn't really a long, in-depth video, but it is a little bit of an overview and things you kind of want to pay attention to, and hopefully it helped a little bit for you guys to plan what you want to do in this event. I will say though that Hijikata is definitely not a servant you want to pull for if you're free to play. Just take a friend Hijikata in and you should be fine. If you're gonna pull for the craft essences to help farming, but really the amount of gems or quartz you're spending to get the craft essences and the characters, you could probably just use into putting back into refilling your stamina. I know you really don't want to use your quartz for stamina, you'd rather use your apples, but honestly, if you think about it, you're spending 30 quartz for one multi, and you could just use that for getting the runs in. So yeah, I think you should just save your quartz in this event, honestly. But that's just me. I mean, I did pull, so I really have no room to speak. But I don't think Hijikata's that good, and Cha-Cha's really not that great either. She's not a bad servant, especially if you're free to play. Obviously, you want to get her and max her out regardless. But there are so many other berserkers that you can use, especially like 4 stars and 5 stars. There's Berserker is definitely one of the most. I can't even think of it. It's definitely one of the classes that have the most units in that you want to use, or that you can use, so she doesn't really find a whole lot of room for play. But I'll talk more about her and Hijikata in their character spotlights coming out sometime today or tomorrow. And yeah, I think I'm done rambling now. I was just trying to talk enough to get into the end of this fight, and I should be able to finish it up here in a turn or two. So we're going to go ahead and use Hijikata. I got really lucky there, him surviving with 65 HP, and honestly, you do want him to have pretty low HP anyway, which is kind of why I don't like him as a character. But again, I'm not going to touch on that too much now. We're going to wait for character spotlights for that. But he is very strong in this event. He will be able to easily one-shot Okita, and that's going to be very helpful for you as you're farming and getting points. So we can just go ahead and watch Hijikata's Noble Phantasm here as he destroys Okita, and then we should be on our way. He has a cool Noble Phantasm though, to say the least. So there we go, guys. It's not really that difficult. As you can see, most of the damage I did in this event was with a friend, Hijikata. So if you do have one of those, then you should be pretty set in this event. And as for the second and third battles, you can get pages, octuple crystals, lamps. So if you need those, you can also get gears again in the third battle. So if those are some of the items you're looking for, then definitely pay attention to that and farm up as much as you can. But I do think that farming for the event craft essences is your best option first, and then after that you can focus on farming for the materials in the shop, because honestly there's not too much in here that you really need to get. Like, you could farm these great night metals in the quest, so you don't really have to focus too much on buying them. But yeah, the shop is pretty lackluster this time, and I would definitely suggest waiting for the epilogue quests to farm for materials and just focus on getting those shop craft essences and be on your way. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching. I will be back with more videos during this event to catch you guys up on the new stuff that comes out. So stay tuned for that, and as I said before, character spotlights will be dropping relatively soon. So that's going to wrap up this video from me. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, I have the links below to my Twitter, Twitch, Patreon, and Discord. So feel free to check those out, and I will see you guys next time.